All right, I want to go over kind of what I'm thinking, some parallels from 2021 and why I think we're going to develop a range down here. I also want to go over the order book depth, kind of what we're seeing on that. I want to go over my plan if volatility dies out. I also want to go over the SPX move today, and then I want to go over the options expiration that we're going to see. So first thing I want to go over, kind of the parallel that I think we're seeing. It won't be 1-to-1, but kind of this range here from 2021, and it looks like we started around the same time. So it's March 17th. This would be May. Let's see, May 20th, around there. Doesn't matter the exact date, but you guys can see. So we kind of did the same thing. We ranged, we broke out of the range, and then we formed another range. Very similar to what we have now. And then we started to mark up again at kind of at the end of summer. So we might even get a step lower if equities decide to nuke us. I think that's a real possibility, but here's what it would look like around the same time frame. If we throw in this volume profile, you know, we could even fill out all the way to 70. It could be something like this, you know, where we really kind of ping pong, and then we start marking up here into the end of the year. So that's kind of my base case. My base case is we range, volatility probably compresses a little bit. Hopefully it stays high, but it's been pretty bad so far. All right, so that's kind of my long-term view. The shorter-term view, I know I guess another longer-term one. Until we can clear this, I'm basically not risk on alts. Spot, I won't be holding really any spot, just because the environment I think is not great. I mean, it's probably a good place to buy alts, but I prefer to be late and really buy the winners instead of just trying to pick the bottoms in these, and then they can keep go down 50%, and then you're kind of screwed. So that is that. Kind of intraday setups. Let me throw back on all my stuff here. I can leave that off. So intraday, what am I looking at? Guys, I think the same as I said on Friday. Volatility is compressing. You guys can see this with this kind of meme triangle. I'm not going to trade this at all, but just something I'm watching. We also have kind of the inside day setting up on the daily. So we basically had a completely inside day. And the setups I can be looking for, I mean, even this low, let's mark this low as well. So I'm not too picky about the levels, but if we get a meaningful push outside, we could get a trap on either side. Now, we also could get expansion around this level, so just be careful. It could easily come right here. We get a little bit of throwback, and then we start nuking again. But those are the kind of setups that I'd want to do. Would be around the previous day range. Previous day low and high. And then if we mark this other one, it's about the same area. So you guys can see compressing. Hopefully we get a trap. That's probably my favorite setup, but if we get a expansion and we get a move lower, that's fine too. So that's what I'm watching intraday. I mean, kind of boring, not a lot of setups. I mean, I'm not going to trade right here. It's right in the middle of value. If you throw on that volume profile, there's not good risk reward anywhere, so just kind of sit on my hands. Yeah, right near that point of control, so it's going to be real choppy. Ugh. All right. So the SPX, we finally did get that bounce that we were talking about. Again, the SPX, a lot more liquidity, a lot more efficient market. When you get these lows, it does look like a rounded out bottom. That's what we got. We got this kind of rounded out price action I was looking for. So that's good. The ones I am looking at, this one, Robinhood went crazy yesterday. I bought some calls on it earlier today. Other than that, I don't really hold much exposure. I think we'll see what happens into options expiration, but I think it's a little bit risky to hold a bunch of risk going into this. Plus, we have FOMC this week, so yeah, we'll get some volatility later in the week for sure. We won't be missing all the volatility. Let's go over the flows. Again, we're back in this neutral, just dead zone. No edge for me there. If we get a good flush, that's where the edge comes in, but no edge right now in these flows at all for me personally. And yeah, I think that is it. I think the alts I'll be looking to play. I don't know, they all look like pretty terrible. Yeah, I'll probably just keep sticking with Bitcoin. Other than that, the only other thing, oh, Tesla. Yeah, this one got downgraded today, so it nuked. Just be careful with Tesla. It got downgraded. Coinbase does look interesting. Oh, let's go over MSTR. Do I still have it on here? So we finally got this like retest into the zone. And I think it actually, I have a bad feeling, or I guess not a bad feeling, a good feeling that this is going to keep rallying. We could get another throwback once SPX chills out, but this kind of zone is the one I was waiting for forever. We chopped around in it, it looks like, which is good, actually. So if we can kind of build this base, and then we break meaningfully back into here, that was going to look great. The only problem is, yeah, you have like immediate resistance probably here. It's going to get real choppy, right? You have that high volume area. So if we can break above like this level, it'll look even better. But yeah, this is going to be, I think, the immediate resistance kind of zone. And then we also, with like the confluence, we have like, this is the origin of the breakdown. And guys, these, you can see it already worked once. These trades are like really amazing, especially if they break market structure. So you want to look for like the impulse down, and then it broke like this local low. There's like a whole research paper written about these kind of things, but those actually work. These impulse candles, like, it's not just BS TA. This stuff is, there's a whole research paper done on this one, so definitely check out stuff like that. Anyways, I think that's it. Not going to drag the video on any longer. I don't really have much else to say. Just be ready for the volatility later this week when we get the news. I think that's when you want to be really at the desk.